and vice versa. Merong gano'n, eh. So, instead of just R, if, resistors, so papalitan lang ng Z, ng impedance. And yun din ang conversion ng Y to delta and delta to Y. Pero yung Y and delta circuit ay madi-discuss naman ulit natin siya sa pagdating nung sa medyo pahuli, yung introduction to three-phase circuits. No, so ngayon single phase lang yung dini-discuss natin and we go into power. So sa power, in DC circuits meron tayong tinatawag din na power at tatlo yung formula natin noon sa power. Again, power is denoted by the capital P at ang unit niya ay watts. So yung power formula natin dati ay voltage times current. We have I squared R at saka E squared over R or V squared over R. The true, real, and active power is the power that represents true work. Kaya siya true power. Na kumbaga ito yung useful power na gagamit, na nako-consume na power. Sa AC, dahil meron na tayong tatlong klase ng power, so wag kayong malilito sa mga unit. Ano, meron pa rin tayong real power, which is ang formula niya is voltage times current or yung volt amperes multiplied by the power factor. So itong cosine theta dun sa table sa baba, that is your power factor, no? Again, power factor, which is also uh, denoted as PF, no? This is equal to cosine theta. Saan po nakukuha yung angle? So, yung angle ng ano natin, pwede natin gamitin dyan yung
On the
angle ng
bus, the girl's
impedance
lips.
kapag tayo ay nag-phasor ng impedance. Or yung angle ng apparent power. If phasor, kinuha natin yung phasor ng apparent power. And then we have reactive naman. Reactive power is due to reactance. So yung reactance, 'di ba, meron tayong inductive reactance. So ang formula naman niya is EI sin theta naman. Wherein yung theta na yun, that's the same phase angle. Ano yung kung ano yung gagamitin mo na theta sa cosine theta, yun din yung gagamitin mong theta dito sa sin theta. Now, reactive power is denoted by Q, letter Q, and ang unit niya ay VAR, volt ampere reactive. Na laging mga volt ampere yan, si real power lang ang naka-watts. And then, dahil galing or dahil nga siya sa reactive or sa reactance, pwede natin gamitin yung reactance to get the reactive power. So, E squared over X or I squared X. So, katulad nung nandun sa video na in-upload ko, YouTube video, kung napanood nyo yun kasi mas maganda, medyo mahaba lang siya pero mas maganda yung naging explanation niya in the power of in AC circuits. Ano? So, yung true power nga is, yun nga, the useful power and reactive, pwede natin siyang tawagin na useless power siya. Kasi reactive na lang naman din talaga siya. At kung napanood niyo yung video, 'pag iginraph yung active, 'no, positive. Positive ang ating active power. Yung reactive, may times na magdi-dip siya sa negative. Ano, at yung mga nag-dip na ito yung ating reactive power. So, yun. And then yung total ng dalawa is what we call the apparent power denoted by capital letter S. This is expressed in volt amperes kasi yung formula niya is simply voltage times current. Kumbaga, yun nga, total na siya, power. And if we express this in rectangular form, in complex number rectangular form, this is equal to S P plus minus J Q. ano, P plus minus JQ. So, yung P at yung Q, pareho silang component ni apparent power. Pero ang tatandaan nyo, class, kapag may mga hinahanap tayong values, kahit pwede natin siyang i-express in rectangular form, mas kailangan nating kuhanin yung phasor or yung polar form niya since ang kailangan naman talaga natin is yung kanyang magnitude. Ano, kasi pwede natin 'tong gawing S, bar angle, theta. Ginagamit lang natin ang rectangular form for impedance and apparent power to identify the sa impedance yung R at saka yung X. Sa apparent power, ang ina-identify natin ay yung P at yung Q component niya. Kaya tayo gagamit ng rectangular. Pero if ang hinahanap lang is simply the impedance or the apparent power, you need to write or to solve for the magnitude, yung mismong Z. Ano, kung may phase angle, so mas okay. Now, apparent power, dahil nga siya na yung kumbaga total power na siya, pwede natin siyang makuha by using the impedance. So, E squared over Z or I squared Z. Now, if we use the complex number, meron tayong tinatawag na voltage conjugate at current conjugate. So, sa formula, pagka iko-conjugate natin siya, may palatandaan siya na asterisk nasa taas nung symbol para ma-identify kung alin ang iko-conjugate mo. So, when we say conjugate kasi, papalitan mo ang sign ng phase angle. For example, kung meron kang value na 3 bar angle 30, ang conjugate niya ay 3 bar angle negative 30. Okay? So, yun yung sinasabing conjugate. Now, if voltage ang iko-conjugate mo, yung angle ng voltage ang babaliktarin mo ang sign. If current ang iko-conjugate mo, yung angle ng current ang babaliktarin mo ng sign. Again, tatandaan, yung angle lamang or yung phase angle lamang ang papalitan ng sign, hindi yung buong magnitude niya. No, phase angle lamang ang pinapalitan ng sign kapagka nagko-conjugate. So, para magkaroon tayo ng standard computation, let us use the current conjugate if we solve for the S or for the apparent power using complex number. No, again, current conjugate na lamang ang gamitin natin para hindi magkaroon ng kalituhan. So, yung I, ang papalitan natin ng sign, ang phase angle. Kasi dito sa ano, power triangle, so ito nasa handout niyo din naman, hindi ko lang nailagay. So please take note of this. Meron kasing nakalagay na 'pag positive, capacitive at 'pag negative, inductive dito sa ating apparent power. So eto pala class, hindi ko lang nga nailagay. This is if the voltage conjugate is used. So baliktad ano, 'di ba sa ating apparent, sa ating impedance pala, sorry. Sa impedance 'pag positive ay inductive, 'pag negative ay capacitive. Kaya ang gagamitin natin ay current conjugate na lamang. So that if current conjugate is used, ang ating S, P plus JQ, ito yung inductive. No? So positive ang ano niyan, S bar angle positive theta. At kapag negative theta, so S equals P minus JQ sa yung capacitive. Okay? So, meron kasi siyang palatandaan din sa power factor. If the circuit or if the circuit's behavior is inductive, ang power factor niya ay lagging. If the behavior of the circuit is capacitive, the power factor is leading. Okay? So, yung power factor, yung cosine theta, yung diniscuss natin kanina. Kaya pinapagamit ko itong current conjugate para pareho na din sila nung impedance natin. 'Di ba 'pag positive ang angle ng impedance, inductive, at 'pag negative ay capacitive. So, hindi na kayo masyadong malilito doon. Okay? So, yan. So, take a look at the power triangle. Right triangle din siya, and this is similar to our impedance triangle. Having the true power sa ating base. No, again, true power is yung watts natin, measured in watts. Kaya, 'di ba kahit ang source natin is alternating current, sabi nga natin meron siyang combination ng reactive at saka active power. So, ang pinipresyohan lamang or ang binabayaran natin is the kilowatt hour since siya yung active power, no? And then, sa impedance triangle, 'di ba resistance ang ating nasa base. Ayan. Since resistance or resistor lamang ang nagko-consume ng true power. Sa reactive naman, reactive power Q, yun yung nasa height ng triangle natin. This is measured in var. At sa impedance triangle, ang counterpart naman is X, reactance. So, hindi na kayo malilito, ano, pareho lang sila. Then, the apparent power S, measured in volt ampere, ay nasa hypotenuse. Sa ating impedance triangle, yan ay impedance. And of course, the phase angle is here. And because this is a right triangle, we can use the SOHCAHTOA na to find kung ano yung unknown, depende sa unknown. We can also use the Pythagorean theorem, ano, such as this. Yan, Pythagorean theorem. And also, yung power factor, yung cosine theta, by SOHCAHTOA nga, pwede natin siyang makuha if P and S are given. P is the true power and S is the apparent power. So, i-divide lang natin, ano, P divided by S. And since similar nga yung power triangle sa ating impedance triangle, yung cosine theta na ito ay same cosine theta if we use R and Z in case they are given. Kasi nga yung angle, 'di ba? Sabi ko nga kanina, pareho lamang yung angle. So kung hindi man given yung angle at meron ka namang value ng R at ng Z o kaya ng P at ng S, you can find the value of the power factor. Ayun. So, ano ba yung power factor? So you can think of the power factor as the efficiency, no, of the electrical system. 'Di ba pag efficiency, the highest is 100%. So yung 100% na yun, ideal condition na siya. Ibig sabihin walang naging losses, walang natapon. Ano, dito lamang ang power factor is expressed in decimal. Kaya the highest will be 1. Kumbaga yan na yung 100%. And this is what we call the unity power factor. Again, this is your ideal condition. 100% efficiency. This is also when the current and the voltage are in phase and therefore resistive ang behavior ng ating circuit or purely resistive. Okay? Now, yung ibang values of power factor, syempre kung 1 na yung highest, dapat siya ay mas mababa na sa 1. So, 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, ano, regardless kung siya ay leading or lagging, lagi siyang less than 1. So, 'pag leading power factor, capacitive ang ating behavior ng circuit. If the power factor is lagging, inductive ang behavior ng circuit. And again, you can identify it by sa impedance, ano, kung siya ay negative ang angle or positive ang angle. Now we have zero power factor, which is when the current and the voltage are out of phase by exactly 90 degrees kasi cosine 90 is zero. Okay, now sa electrical system, meron yang standard. Hindi ko lang maalala kung 0.8 or 0.85 na power factor. At pagka ikaw ay bumaba na dyan, dapat mo nang i-improve ang iyong power factor. So 0.8 to 0.85 or higher, the higher the better. And again, pagka nga mas mababa ka dyan, kailangan mo magkaroon ng power factor correction. Okay, commercial or industrial operations rarely achieve a power factor of 1 because of inductive loads. So ano ba yung mga inductive loads? Di yung may mga inductors, ano, may mga coils of wire such as yung motor. Di ba may mga wire na naka-coil dyan sa loob, lalo na ang transformer, and the light fixture ballast. So madaming equipment ang inductive ang behavior ng load. That's why kapag naka-connect siya or sila, yung mga loads na yun sa isang system, the power factor tends to lag, lagging power factor. So anong nangyayari? Yun nga, a greater lag in current results in a poorer power factor. So, ang ginagawa to correct or to improve the power factor, maglalagay ng capacitor, no, or capacitor bank sa mas malalaki pang ah, industrial or commercial plants, no. So ang advantages, so a high power factor reduces the load currents resulting in a considerable saving in hardware cost. And then yung power factor, kapag sobrang baba, the power companies typically impose low power factor penalties. Nagkaka-penalty. So, ang ginagawa, kaya important din na mag-correct ka ng power factor. Also, the electrical load on the power company is reduced, which allows the power company to supply the surplus power to other consumers without increasing its generation capacity. So, ang nangyayari nga kasi kapag mas mataas yung reactive power mo or yung mga power na hindi naman nako-consume, you tend to generate more power para lang mapunan yung mga electrical loads na connect. So, pag nag-generate ka pa ng mas mataas or pag nanghingi ka pa ng supply na mas mataas, you tend to have a higher cost, which is hindi yan gusto ng businesses. So, syempre, kailangan lagi may savings, ano, makakatipid. Kaya mahalaga na mag-correct ng power factor or mag-improve ng power factor. From the power triangle, pwede nating tingnan yung power factor correction na ganito. Originally, the power information yung mga may na 1, subscript na 1. S1, no, ito S1. Then we have the Q1, ito yung, may tabing pa. Sorry no. Ito yung Q1 and then the P. Yung original nating ano, power information. So again, ang goal is to make it unity or kung hindi man nga natin ma-achieve, eh di mas malapit sa 1 ang power factor, mas malapit sa unity. Sa unity kasi, the P, the active power is equal to S. Nabababa siya. Katulad ng ginawa dito, so ito pala yung ating theta 1 din, no? Hindi ko lang nailagay, hindi ko lang nakulayan. Sa theta 1, ang nangyari diyan nung inimprove yung power factor, bumaba yung value ng Q, naging Q2. Also yung ating angle ano, bumaba din. So kumbaga yung S2 mas mapapalapit na siya sa P. So that is the goal. Now, yung mga formula na yan ay pwede nating makuha ang value of the unknown again by using SOHCAHTOA. Now, itong sine, so dahil nga ang ating sine theta 1, so dun muna tayo sa original triangle. Ano nga ang sine? Opposite, no? Opposite over hypotenuse. So, ang opposite sa angle theta 1 ay Q1. Over hypotenuse S1. Ayan. Kaya nagkaroon tayo nito, no? Q1 is equal to S1 multiplied by sine theta 1. Doon nagaling yan. Ano? Next, pwede rin nating makuha si Q1 by using tangent. So, if you use tangent theta 1, that is opposite ulit over adjacent, ano? So, Q1 over adjacent P. Ayan. Kaya nakuha natin tong P tangent theta 1 equals Q1. So, we have now this formula na pwede nating magamit. Since similar triangle naman si S1 at saka yung S2, Q2, and P, so yun din yung formula na ito. Doon din siya galing. Ano? Kung saan natin yan gagawin? If we want to get the reduction in reactive power or yung nabawas ano, sa reactive power, ay pwede nating gawin is kunin nga muna natin ang Q1 and Q2 and then subtract the Q2 from Q1 to get Q sub C. Wherein yung Q sub C nga is yung nabawas. Ano? Or we can use the P tan tan. P multiplied by the tangent theta 1 minus tangent theta 2 in case the tangent or the theta, the angle theta are given. So sabi nga natin kanina, para ma-reduce ang power or para ma-improve power factor pala, we need to add capacitor. So yung capacitor ay naka-shunt. So yung term na shunt, pag sinabi natin naka-shunt, siya ay naka-parallel. If you are given a circuit, for example, di ba pag lagging ay composed siya ng R at saka L. Lagging, inductive ang behavior. So, kailangan mong dagdagan ng naka-parallel na capacitor. Ayan. Para mag-improve ang or para ma-correct ang power factor. Now, sometimes, ang hinahanap, what is the value of the capacitance to be added to improve the power factor? Ayan. Kung yun ang hinahanap, you can use the formula from our table kanina. Pero syempre, you have to identify itong Q sub C. No, kasi 'di ba sa table, Q is equal to V squared over ang hinahanap natin is capacitance. So, Q sub C siya, X sub C. Pero, ang capacitance natin ay equal sa or capacitive reactance ay equal sa 1 over omega C, no, or 2 pi FC. So, we can substitute that here. Magiging V squared over 1 over omega C. So, further simplification, itataas natin yung omega C, magiging omega C V squared. Ano? Therefore, kung i-rearrange ulit natin yung formula, C will now be equal to Q sub C over omega V squared. Okay? So, pwede nyo siya magamit. Take note of this since this is derived equation na or derived formula. Pero galing pa rin yan doon. Similarly, kung mayroon kayong kailangang kuhanin na inductance, no, L naman, pwede nyo rin siyang gamitin. So, dapat ay Q sub L yung gagamitin nyo. V squared over X sub L At dahil nga ang ating x sub L ay omega L lamang, so L is equal to V squared over omega Q sub L. Usually, ito ay ginagamit or hinahanap pagka may power factor correction. So, pwede niyong gamitin yung formula na yan. Okay? Now, let us have this one naman. An example. Sa handout nyo, ito ay number 8. No? So, since wala yung solution, pwede kayo mag-take note ng ating magiging solution or screenshot nyo later kapag natapos na. Or you can yun nga, try to solve it again for practice. Ito yung mga pwede nyong maging makasalubong na problem sa midterms. Although similar naman yung iba sa discussion natin ng prelims, since yung nasa prelims kasi is more on the basics eh. So we have the impedance, reactance. No? Dito madadagdagan lang. So you'll be asked to find the power factor, the power consumed, apparent power, or yung mismong or yung buong power information, meaning yung P. Pag sinabi kasing power information, kailangan mong ma-identify yung S, yung P, at saka yung Q. No? Apparent power, active power, tsaka reactive power. Ganun din kapag sinabing i-drawing ang resulting power triangle. Kailangan may values ka ng S, P, and Q. Doon muna tayo sa A, impedance. Sabi dito, a wound coil has a given inductance and resistance and is connected to 100 volts 50 hertz supply. So, class, tatandaan nyo din na pag sinabi na coil, ito ay may inductor. No? For example, na hindi given ang circuit diagram, kunwari worded problem lang siya. So you can imagine na pag may coil, meron siyang inductor. And usually, it is a combination ng R at saka ng L, na resistance at inductance. And ayun, since given naman na may inductance nga at resistance, so yun, alam nyo din na RL siya talaga. Pero yun nga, yung coil na yun is the combination of R and L. So for the impedance, we need to identify the inductive reactance, X sub L, which is 2 pi F, which is 50, and L is 180 millihenries or 0.18 na lang. And this is equal to mhm, around 56.6. Hindi ko na muna i-continue in 4 decimal places, pero sa exam dapat 4, at least 4. Na para lang mabilis tayo kasi malapit na mag-time. Anyway, pwede niyo naman siyang i-recompute and then add the remaining significant decimals in 4 decimal places. Now, the Z, the impedance, dahil nga ang kailangan natin ay impedance, ang dapat nating makuha is the magnitude. Ano? So, we can use the impedance triangle. Pythagorean tayo. So, that is the square root of R squared plus X squared or XL squared. Which is, meron tayong R, 35. Nakuha natin yung X sub L. And then, i-substitute lang natin sa formula, we can get 66.5. So this is now our impedance. Now the magnitude of the impedance. Now for the current B, we can use Ohm's law. V over Z. Identify na natin ang Z. So substitute na lang natin siya dito. 66.5 and I now becomes 1.5 amperes. Na, so that is your current already. For letter C, meron tayong hinahanap na power factor. So power factor, PF, is equal to cosine theta. At sabi nga natin, dahil similar naman ang power triangle sa impedance triangle, we can get cosine theta by R over Z. And since given yung R, at na-identify na natin ang Z, 66.5, so the value of the power factor is 0.5263. Wala siyang unit, class. Power factor has no unit since this is, yun nga, similar to efficiency at saka siya ay kumbaga a ratio na ng R and Z, and P and S. Next is the apparent power. So to identify the apparent power, ang sabi sa formula, 'di ba, yan lamang naman ay V times I. So siya ay 100 times 1.5. O, simple lang. 150 volt ampere. So tatandaan nyo yung unit. Now again, power factor lamang ang walang unit. And then para sa power triangle, so i-drawing natin siya. Kunwari ay tuwid. At i-identify natin ang S. So meron na tayong S, Q, and P. As well as its angle. Ayan. For P, pwede natin siyang makuha by VI cosine theta. At meron na tayong cosine theta, itong ating power factor. No? Ito yung PF. So, 150 times 0.5263. That will be around 79.1 watts. Again, don't forget the unit. Now for Q, dahil meron tayong formula na VI sine theta, pwede nating i-identify ang value ng angle at pwede rin naman nating kuhanin ang Q using Pythagorean theorem. Now Q is pwede natin siyang S squared, minus P squared, diba? Kasi meron naman tayong value ng S and the P is already identified. So the value is around 127.5 na var, volt ampere reactive. If we use yung unang formula, VI sine theta, so we identify the theta by using arc cosine dito sa power factor. So theta is equal to arc cosine ng 0.5263, which is 58.2 degrees. So yung angle natin dito, 58.2. And if we use that, VI sin theta, yun pa din yung magiging Q natin na 127.5 var. So ito na yung solution. Pwedeng ito na yun. Pwede natin siyang hindi gamitan ng complex number. At pwede rin natin siyang gamitan ng complex number. Now, if we want to use complex number, which I believe is a more direct approach, let us begin again. Begin again with impedance. Sa impedance, 'di ba, puwede nating i-rectangular muna since meron na tayong R at nakuha din natin ang X. So, R plus JXL is equal to 35 plus J 56.6 ohms. At impedance ang kinukuha, ibig sabihin what we need is the magnitude, 'di ba? So we need to uh, convert this into phasor or yung kanyang equivalent polar. At kapag kinonvert natin siya, so it's around 66.5 pa din, bar angle, makukuha natin yung angle na 58.2 degrees. So, ohms pa din siya. So, this is now our impedance using phasor, no? Using complex number. Meron tayong magnitude, 66.5, nakuha natin ang phase angle. Next is for current. So, kapag sa current naman at gagamitan natin siya ng phasor, so yung 100 natin, bar angle 0. So, the bar angle 0 ay pwedeng hindi natin ilagay since 0 naman siya. No? And then the 66.5, bar angle 58.2. At kapag sinolve natin siya, the current will have a phase angle of negative 58.2. Ano? So, magiging ganito na yung current natin. So, this is the magnitude and the phase angle, which is yun yung kailangan natin. Kailangan natin lagi ng magnitude. Now, kung nag-phasor tayo sa impedance, the power factor, pwede natin gamitin yung cosine theta na lang, which is 58.2 yung gagamitin nating theta, and we still get the power factor na ito, 0.5263. Now, pwede natin ngayong ma-identify kung siya ay leading or lagging. Dahil positive yung ating phase angle ng impedance, siya ay lag or lagging. No? Inductive ang behavior ng ating circuit. Obvious naman kasi coil no? Wala tayong nilagay or walang capacitor sa circuit. So, by looking at the circuit, ma-identify natin lagging siya even without the phasor. And then for D, the apparent power. So, kung gagamit ulit tayo ng complex number at ang gagawin natin ay current conjugate. Ayan, lagyan natin ng palatandaan. Current conjugate, that will be 100. Again, pwede nating ilagay ang bar angle 0, pwede ring hindi kasi nga 0 naman siya. Co-conjugate natin yung current. 1.5 bar angle, so babalik siya sa positive 58.2 amperes. And that will become 150 bar angle 58.2 VA. No? So, ito yun. 150 bar angle 58.2 volt ampere. So, pareho naman tama eh. Ano? Kasi nga, again, what we need here is the magnitude. Yun nga lang, pinapakita ko lang yung both solution using complex at hindi complex. Now, itong 150 bar angle 58.2 ay pwede nating i-convert into rectangular form just to get the value of P and Q. O para kahit hindi na tayo mag-Pythagorean, kahit hindi na tayo mag-VI cosine theta or VI sin theta. Kapag kinonvert mo to into its rectangular form, this will be 79.1 plus J 127.5 VA, which is, 'di ba siya ay S equals P plus J Q. So, you now have the P and the Q. Ano, masa-separate mo na siya. You just have to write its correct unit. So, ganun din. Pero yun nga, again, uulitin ko lang pagka hinahanap ay apparent power, impedance, ayan, ang kailangan natin ay yung phasor, yung magnitude. Ano, 'wag tayong magfa-final answer ng naka-rectangular unless sinabi, ano. Pero yun nga, most of the time, naka-ano yan, magnitude ang kailangan, so naka-polar siya. Are there any questions for this example? Clarification? So, masyado bang mabilis ang pagso-solve? So, meron na tayong power triangle. No? Again, 'pag sinabing power triangle ang hinahanap, kailangan natin ma-identify yung values ng S, P, and Q. O kaya minsan ang term ay complete power information. Yan, complete. So, ibig sabihin yun pa din yan, may S, may P, at saka may Q. At 'wag na 'wag malilito sa unit. Yun ang kadalasang pinagkakalituhan kasi magkakaiba ang unit ng P, ng S, at ng Q. Okay po? Kung wala naman kayong questions, puwede niyong ituloy. Anong oras na? Oo, 5 minutes na lang. So, tuloy niyo na lang yung eto, ay parang number 9 yata sa inyong handout, yan. So, practice solving, hindi niyo naman isa-submit sa akin pero, yun nga, you can practice. Yun lang naman yung puwede niyong magawa para masanay kayo 'no. Ah, example 9 and 10 as well as exercises 6, 7, 8, 9 yata yun, yung may power factor correction. So yun, puwede niyong pagpraktisan, and then by next week kasi since laboratory presentation tayo, kung matapos natin siya within the 3 hours, hmm, sa pagdating ng meeting natin ng Friday puwede tayo magkaroon ng recitation tungkol dito sa exercises, ayun. Pero this week ano, wala tayong magiging meeting na ng Thursday and Friday kasi meron tayong event sa school. So ang sunod na nating pagkikita ay next week na, 'no. So please prepare for your, presentation. Okay, and, siyempre yung hard copy ng inyong, um, reports. Okay na po? So kung wala namang question, that's all for today and see you next week. Bye class.
Thank you po, ma'am. Thank you po.